Day 50 of the rest of my life. 50 days ago, I quit my corporate job to pursue my passion of starting a successful brand and showing you that when you align your passions with your purpose, everything and anything is possible. Today, on day 50, I am going to touch on a few topics, and my first sample finally came in. I gave my shirts to the screen printer on day 24, and 26 days ago, 26 days ago, the one sample finally came back in. So stay tuned to see the very first version of the MASCOT tee. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. It's been a long but eventful but productive 50 days. I've made so much progress and I can't wait for you guys to see this product. And I want you to go to the link in my bio and actually pre-order it now. You can pre-order the first version of the MASCOT tee at www.mule.love right now, and you can expect that in the next 2 to 3 weeks as we're approaching October 26, 2023, National Mule Day. That is when we will be dropping more products. But until then, I wanted to give you guys a taste of what we have to offer. Pause on that. But I want to show you what we offer you and give you a symbol for your journey and for you to take that next step towards the thing that is you and the thing that you want to do. So yesterday on day 49, I talked about outsourcing. And outsourcing is something that you are going to have to do if you want to be successful in business and if you want to scale your business and grow. Because outsourcing allows you to take yourself out of the everyday tasks that are associated with business when you first start. For example, in a clothing brand, let me talk about myself, for example. In these first couple of 50 days, I have had to do the basic things like doing my own logo, learning how to cut things out, and learning how to do marketing myself, doing all this information and learning all this information and doing the groundwork, building the foundation. And as it progresses, I will have to do shipping and I will have to fold in, package, and send those out myself. And also do customer service myself. Handle everything A to Z, Mule, and provide the best possible experience that I can as a one-man show for now until I'm able to build a team. But outsourcing will allow me to take myself out of the everyday equation of packing, folding, and allow me to focus more on creating content and reaching the audience and reaching the Mule members and reaching the community and being able to interact with you guys and go out in person and do different things that the everyday tasks would take up too much time. So the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about outsourcing is because yesterday I outsourced a design to Fiverr, and this is how I am going to take my design from scratch that. Yesterday I reached out to a designer, and I've been reaching out to different designers. If you guys are starting a clothing brand or you want something designed like a logo, you can go to Instagram, type in STD, and you will see hundreds of Instagrams of amazing designers who can put together logos, designs, and everything that you need to start a successful brand and get a winning design. But for my logo, I went on Fiverr and I got in contact with the designer who was at a reasonable price. I told him exactly what I wanted and I got the result that I wanted. I got an amazing logo. I'm continuing to work on it and continuing to refine it the longer that I've been waiting for that sample that I finally got it. And the longer I've been waiting on this, the more time that I had to sit with my design and to see the things that I wanted to change about it, see the things that I liked, see the things that I didn't like. And over time, I wanted to make sure I got the product out because the longer that I'm sitting on it, that leaves room for doubt and that leaves room for a bunch of changes, and it may stray away from the original product that I have here. But recently, I wanted to improve on some things. So I reached out, and that will be this. So that is how you can get a design and get a logo and build those marketing tools for your brand to have a solid foundation. So don't think that outsourcing is a bad thing, that, oh, this is my baby, this is my brand, I don't want to give anyone my product or have anyone help me with it, because that is what you will need eventually to get to where you want to go. And if you guys want to be a part of the Mule community, and if you guys want to be a part of the Mule community, and join the Mule team, feel free to email me at 10f1mule, MUEL, @gmail.com. Now, I am going to reveal my very first sample, and we are going to talk about the process of getting the sample. We're going to talk about the things that I want to change for next time and everything that I learned throughout this sample process. So I want to start off by saying I got these samples blank from alphabroder.com, and I ordered them to my house. I didn't take advantage of the tax-free option yet because there are some things that I have to take care of to get there, but I got these from Alpha Broder. They came directly to my house. I got 24 shirts. And I did get shirts that were a little bit farther from where I am going. You'll understand later. But I got the shirts that I wanted to wear. And I didn't get the shirts that I was going to reproduce and to give to you as a symbol of your journey and as a symbol that you are on that journey of purpose and aligning your passions. So, after I got the shirts, a few days later, I was texting back and forth with my cousin Kendu, and we were trying to arrange me getting him the samples and him creating some samples for me. It took some time, and it was a long process. As you can see, it's day 49, 50 now, and I just got one. So there's a lesson to be learned there. I'll get into that a little bit later in the conversation. But 24, I gave him the shirts, day 24. And then throughout that process, people have lives. People have things that they need to do and that they need to take care of. But in my world, in Mule land, I need to get these shirts, boom, back as quickly as possible, because I have to market my product and I have an upcoming drop date. So the longer I'm waiting for samples, the longer things are going to take on the back end. The longer I'm going to have to figure out which platforms and this and that. So what I learned from this situation was that next time I'm going to go a completely different direction, and some things that I've been learning from YouTube and from successful clothing brand owners that have been proven to do methods that I'm trying to do, such as the pre-order method, is that they're setting due dates. They are setting due dates for their manufacturers, and some of them do have their manufacturers create the product and print on it, but in my case, I was attempting with this shirt to get the shirts blank from overseas and bring them here and screen print them, going a completely different direction. Took too long. Now I'm going to be getting the sample and sending it over there. I say that to say, because I am going to be getting everything made over there, I have to set due dates and deadlines so I can know when it's going to be made, and I can share with you when it's going to be made, and then we can know together when it's going to be shipped. I don't want to create products and create an environment where there's confusion, there's mistrust, you don't know when you're going to be getting your symbol, I don't know when I'm going to be getting it to ship to you. So I want to create this trust. I want to create this relationship that you and I have and the community has, that there's transparency, and I'm sharing a lot, putting it all on the line. So I want to make sure that you know that I'm setting these deadlines, and if they don't live up to that, then there's going to be some consequences. And how you make them live up to those deadlines is you split up the payments. So my plan is to split up payments. I've been learning this on YouTube. You can too. You can learn it from me. You can learn it from many successful clothing brand owners. I'm splitting up payments. So I'm going to split up the payments for when they show the creation into 4 payments. And I've learned this from Hollywood Shaq. That boy that be putting it on, yeah, he taught me. So I'm going to split up into 4 payments, right? I'm going to go production start. When the sample is ready, I wanted to do a sample, but because I'm sending them something, I'm going to be a little bit more trusting that they're going to get it right. And I'm going to obviously FaceTime with them and get them on the phone and see how it is. I'm still working that through. I want to get a sample here and see it first and then give the okay, which is actually, I'll go ahead and do that because I want to make sure that the measurements are correct. I was just watching some videos and the measurement of the actual product is so important. So I'm going to split it up into 4 payments. First, I'm going to get a sample. Then I'm going to get a start of production of the bulk order. Then after that, once that production is in the works and the production process is going through, then I am going to send that second payment. And once they finish and they start the shipping process to me, that is when I will send the third payment. And then when the product arrives to me is when I'll send the 4th payment. I got that information from Hollywood Shaq. I should have wrote it down so I could be more specific, but that is how I plan to get these shirts made and made on time by setting a deadline and making sure that they live up to that deadline with withholding that payment. So that was a mid-level concept. You may have to rewatch that a few times and also consult some of the YouTube finest clothing brands like ourselves here at Mule. Still, I'm doing this because this is what I learned from working with the screen printer that I was currently with. It took too much time. I'm being completely honest here. It took way too much time, almost a month to get one shirt, and that's not good enough for us. We need to get this thing going because we have a draft to get ready for. We're trying to go number 1. That's not good enough. So we're going to go a different direction. And that is what I learned from this process. Also, we were trying to keep it in the family. You guys know what they say about family business. So, yeah. Moving forward, deadlines, and we're going to make sure that we are following the 4-step payment method. And also, when you guys get your sample, I learned this from World Vision. You don't want to, and I also got this message from my dad, you don't want to judge your product and judge your designs. You want to allow your audience allow your audience to see your design and to appreciate it for the art that it is. Be careful throughout this process, and I myself have fallen into this trap of sitting with my designs, and I was sitting on them for so long waiting on this one single sample to come back, and I almost didn't like my design. I almost fell out of love with it, and I even almost reached out to another designer to get it redone, because the longer you sit with something, the longer you look at it, you're going to start critiquing it. So I want you guys to be careful of falling into that trap, whether you're an artist, a creator, a musician. Release your art and put it out there in the world, and know that art is subjective. And what subjective means is that its value and its beauty is undefined, and you can't really put a rating on it, or you can't really devalue it, or that's a very high level concept of something being subjective. And basically I want you guys to really appreciate your art for what it is and put it out into the world and let others appreciate it too. So without further ado, the very first version of the MASCOT TEE. You ready? Let's go. I want to walk you guys through this design, and Yes, sir. And tell you what it means to me. I'm going to tell you exactly what tee it is too. See, this is what I meant earlier when I was talking about how this is not exactly what I wanted to get produced, because these shirts are very expensive. And remember, in business, guys, we want to make sure that we are getting the best possible margins. Go ahead and tap in right here, www.mule.love. Spread love, spread positivity. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, because life is very short. And make sure you win from within. What this mule means to me and what this mule means to this community is something big. And I want to wait to show you guys the back. Let me throw it on real quick with the collared shirt. Why not? Let me throw it on. And while I'm putting it on, I want to tell you guys about this idea that I had. I was discussing this with my mom earlier, and we were talking about putting this on eBay or putting this on a Shopify bidding, where I put it for $100,000 and it's art. So I'm still thinking about that. We'll see. But what this mule means to me and what the mule has stood for in society throughout many, many years, hundreds and thousands of years, the mule has been recognized as a work animal, and an animal that is seen as less than the typical horse, the typical stallion, the typical, you know, the typical things that we see every day in society. The mule was seen as an animal who was lesser and was only used for work that was of less, such as traveling long distances and carrying a lot of weight and farming and labor intensive tasks. So when I was thinking of starting this brand and I was thinking of what I was going to name it came to me so effortlessly, because not only is my name Andre Cotton Samuel, and I wanted to make something that honored my family and honored my name and made sure that my legacy and my family's legacy was known. But it was also, I felt a connection, a real connection to the animal. And throughout my life, I felt like, dang, I work hard. I work so hard. And I never got the shine. I never got what I felt like I deserved. And as I've grown and as I've progressed, I've realized that I didn't get the shine and the things that I wanted to because I wasn't aligned. And for example, I always played basketball, and I was like, I work so hard, I want time, I want to get in the game, and I wasn't aligned. I wasn't exactly where I needed to be. And once you align your purpose with your passion, that is when you will shine. And this shirt is a symbol and a representation of what that means. You are no longer overlooked, underrepresented, underpaid, less than. You are no longer any of those things. When you put this shirt on, you get your shine. You get your wins. You take those losses and you turn them into lessons, and you keep pushing. This shirt is a symbol for you. It's a symbol for purpose. It's a symbol for passion. And with this shirt, anything is possible. And how you do that, I gotta take it off to show you. I gotta show you. How you do that? How do you get your shine? Where does the shine come from? It comes from within. All you have to do is go within. And with this symbol on your back, you are protected to go after what you want in life. www.mule.love. Tap in. See our message. It's your time. It's your choice. Let's get to it. Let's win from within today.